Hello, 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 ladies, gentlemen, and bees. Welcome to the stream that answers the question why will need to get arrested. I am going to blast off soon enough. Give me 1 second, and we will continue. Yeah, there's a bit of a new version set up right now. Background. Use the link. Perfect. Oh. Perfect. Give me a second. We are back. Oh, okay. Basic shit to do. Share this out. If people wanna come. Yeah. Tuesdays are very slow. No wonder fucking slop shit happens on Tuesday. Hey Bliss, how are you doing? As usual, Tuesdays are the slowest days of the week. Jesus, I have to leave. Well, going to the... I have exactly like hour and a half. Decent. I had like a big bad reaction to my medications yesterday. I was like, just couldn't operate at all. So today I like voluntarily reduced my dose a little. I'm better, but I still need to take like some part of the medication within the day somewhere. But I shouldn't be drinking this, but I mean, who gives it more? Yeah, I will. I will. Eventually. Okay. There's a few things. We got permission from Sharayu to we got permission from Sharayu to refer to her write up. It's an opinion piece, so we are going to read it out. It is part of a concerted effort to educate the public. If I don't know if I use that word right, to be honest with you. And days are fucking Tuesdays are fucking slow. I wonder, like Tuesdays we have the least amount of new people showing up, least amount of everyone. Like Thursdays, everyone is on like, nahi, mere ko weekend chahiye. I'm going to be on YouTube. Tuesdays, no one is. But like all fuck shit happens on Tuesday for some. Like, Jesus. Hold on. Fuck. I just came across this. Hold on. This is like level funny. Remember Rucha Tiwari? Yeah, apparently now she's crying. I haven't seen this before.
कल जो चीजें हुई हैं उसके बावजूद इतनी सारे फेक
So the thing with anyone crying is you look at their eyes, look at their eyebrow line. If it doesn't move, they are not really crying.
नैरेटिव्स जो चल रहे हैं पहले की चीजें लिंक करके फेक एलिगेशंस लग रहे
How is like pehle ki cheeze link karke? How is that fake allegation?
हैं
But this gives us like a really cool inway into the first topic that we were going to cover. So this is perfect. Like, I'm so sorry for pushing everyone into watching this lady again. I shouldn't have. But like, this fuck shit, dude. Like this lady makes me smile. I don't know why. This is such a futile attempt to make her career as a YouTuber or like as a Hindutvavadi. This lady makes me so fucking laugh every time she's up. There is always some or the other drama. Like when people cry, like your eyebrows move. Her eyebrows don't fucking move. That's psychopathy.
इधर की वीडियो उधर काट के जोड़ के मेरे ऊपर जो फेक एलिगेशंस लग रहे हैं मेरा मनोबल टूट रहा है मुझे बाहर निकलने में डर लग रहा है
Yeah, dude, you started
मुझे रेप
this.
थ्रेट्स आ रहे हैं मुझे सोशल मीडिया पर मारने की धमकी दी जा रही है
Like, she's the one who went into a peaceful protest, I might add, tried to fuck shit up, and now she's trying to garner more sympathy. Okay. Just because, like, people like are not using her streams or whatever out of context. They are very much within context, by the way.
करने की धमकी दी जा रही है। मेरे साथ जो हुआ, जिन लोगों ने मेरे साथ ये सारी चीजें की हैं, वो खुला घूम रहे हैं।
This lady has been caught directly violating multiple PNS articles, and she's blaming the person she threw on the ground.
और खुद ही विक्टिम कार्ड खेल रहे हैं। मुझे इस देश से न्याय चाहिए।
Jesus, can she please just be truthful for once? She would get more traction, to be honest with you.
और ये लोग खुद ही मुझे विक्टिम की जगह खुद विक्टिम बन रहे हैं और मुझ पे एलिगेशंस लगा रहे हैं कि मैंने मारा।
We literally have video evidence, by the way, that she started it, that she started all of this. Literally, we literally have video evidence against her.
10 लोग आके पकड़ रखे हैं, मैं कैसे किसी को मार सकती हूँ? मेरा गला दबाया
Literal video evidence.
या मुझ पर मॉब लिंचिंग की कोशिश की गई, मुझे मारने की कोशिश की गई, और वही लोग बोल रहे हैं कि मैंने उन्हें मारा। वो लोग बोल रहे हैं कि मैंने उनको मारने की कोशिश की, मैंने धक्का दिया। मैं अपने डिफेंस में वहां पे अगर लोग मुझ पे चढ़ रहे हैं तो मैं हाथ पांव भी नहीं चलाऊं। ऐसे लोग मुझे जो है बोल
Like seriously, fuck shit.
रहे हैं कि मैंने उनको मारा। मेरा गला दबाया गया है, मुझे खाने तक का होश।
Dude, seriously, if she literally has no wounding on her neck where she's pointing down. So I don't want to minimize a victim, but she's not a victim. We have video evidence.
नहीं है, मेरे गले से खाना नहीं उतर रहा है और ये लोग खुला घूम रहे हैं।
Yeah. Drama queen. Yeah, obviously. She mocked Dalits, saying Pani nahi mil raha. Now she's watering for her eyes. Okay. Happened 5 seconds ago. And sometimes people are so fucking stupid, I might add. Anyway, this is actually gets us into quite the write-up. This is from Sharayu Pani. She is an amazing writer with Wire. How the equity regulations expose the myth of casteless general category. The upper caste anger in the University Grant Commission promotion of equity in higher education regulation, the equity regulation, and the prompt stay granted. There was a UGC law that came out a while ago. This was an amendment to the act, making it actually the act itself makes it less stringent than the SC/ST Act. People don't catch on, I guess. Sanatanis don't catch on. They are kind of stupid. But there was a whole backlash against it. Like, why do we need like all of this? Why do we need to include OBCs into all of this? Whatever. But what ended up happening in the end is like there is massive protesting going on back and forth. There is massive casteism going on the open, khulle mein, against people who are saying for the UGC guidelines. Like, if you ask me on paper, I would like them to be stringent. And I would like them to be stringent even off paper, to be honest. That is what I advocate for, because that is important. There is no social education in India, which is also going to be a thing. Like, the reason why all of these laws become necessary is the reason that you do not want to address, which is the lack of social education in India, where we need to move towards a society that does not segregate based on caste at all. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm stupid. That does not segregate based on caste at all. That is the point. But everyone keeps fucking conveniently forgetting it. Especially the right-wing goons. They keep saying, oh, the caste is dead. There's no casteism anymore. What is this meritocracy? We need meritocracy. But meritocracy is a fucking shitty thing that has never been a thing. Sociologist Satish Deshpande points out the structure of the constitution explicitly recognizes caste as a source of deprivation, but not as a source of privilege. This framing allows the privileged upper class or the general caste to frame themselves as casteless citizens, which is a problem. Leave it to UC. This means that the story of the conversion of the hereditary caste capital, such as historical access to education, in more modern forms of capital like property and dominance over lucrative professions, is individualized. Again, this is highly also a class struggle, even though the existence of poor UCs is something that is considered, but at the end of the day, this is a class struggle as well as a caste struggle. Caste originally was, in my opinion, meant as the protection of the higher classes. So they segregated themselves also as Brahmins, as Kshatriyas, and whatever. And then the lower classes ended up becoming the serfs, which we call castes, lower castes. It is very important to note here that the lower castes are also one of the poorest people within the country. And the general exception of one or two people that you may or may not know does not push down the entire fact that some of these, like the people you see, are the exceptions to the rule, not the rule itself. Like, one thing that UCs need to understand is that no one is trying to take anything away from them that is rightfully theirs. What people are trying to take away is the excess privilege that has been granted to them by the caste that they belong to. Because we need equity within the society and equality. We can't just let things go as they are, because a lot of the population in India is segregated. People don't want to even think about this. At the end of the day, this is apartheid taking place. Anyway, let's move. This means there's a story of conversion of hereditary. Freed from considering or acknowledging a role played by their own caste privilege, their success is narrated entirely in terms of individual efforts, of brilliance, which is like, this is the entire idea behind meritocracy here. Like meritocracy, the reason why they keep screaming, oh, merit this, merit that, they do not understand collective effort. The collective effort here within a caste society as India would mean that people from a higher caste is going to get a lot more exposure to a lot more substances that would make them grow more within, like, say, education, access to better schooling, access to a better extracurricular teaching mechanism, better food. Even such something as better food is trapped behind caste lines. Better access to nutrition, water, the ability to whether or not you have just something like, literally like something as basic as clean air. These days you need a purifier because of the AQI. People of a higher caste are going to require a lot, are going to have these things present within their homes. Also, hi, if you're new here, please do like, share, and subscribe. Do not, we are a highly leftist outlet, and one of the only outlets that actually gives the news in this way. Live, you can talk to me directly. You can actually also go to the Discord if you want to have a personal chat with me. All of this is completely free to access and will be so for the rest of eternity as long as I'm working here. All you need to do is subscribe. Thank you very much. The reserved category, in effect, and all other castes, on the other hand, have their stories stripped from individuality, efforts, and brilliance, and their success to presume to be solely or predominantly due to reservation. Also, if you are new here and wondering why I'm not talking about how they sold India, it will come. That is the main story. Main stories never come first. First comes an excellent write-up. Okay. Just give me 1 second, guys. Perfect. Assumptions of upper caste castelessness form and shape ideas of merit. Again, the upper caste is not beyond caste itself. They do like to say that we are an extremely casteless society, but that is not true. Okay, where were we? Asli forms shape an idea of merit in their educational student in a manner that can create a hostile and exclusionary space for young students entering university through the reserved categories. We were told, this is a personal story. I can tell you this as many times as you want. We were, because I'm a UC at the end of the day. We were taken out for a meeting with certain people. And through these people, we were told that you need to be exclusionary to the lower caste. This has happened. This keeps happening. This is India. If anyone is from Pune, they'll know what I'm talking about. First, the belief in meritocracy can paradoxically reinforce discriminatory behavior. That is true. Anyone who does not perform well in schools is bad. That is what we are taught. That is the sad truth of this matter. Second, the ascription of merit to a certain caste often encourages and legitimizes casteist and exclusionary behavior. And third, the constitutional framing of affirmative action as an exception to the principle of equality encourages upper castes to view themselves as a casteless victims of affirmative action. That is, again, there is no comment on it because it's absolutely fucking true. If you find that I'm too fast reading this, go and check this link out. All links are available on the Discord. If you follow Sharayupani on Twitter, the link is also over there. Please go read, give. This is an excellent write-up, I might add. First, the belief, okay. These conditions have grave and material consequences SC, ST, and OBC, including high dropout rates and several deaths by suicide. These are not the only reasons, I might add. The casteism also makes, through casteism and through class politics as goes around casteism, they also do not have enough money. A lot of times the students, even though they are excellent, cannot afford to go to school itself. Let alone go to colleges, or even if they get into colleges, support themselves in college. This has happened multiple times in my lifetime. 2 people I know. Several deaths by suicide as well. Suicide is a huge problem within Indian students. Caste-based lines actually do divide us a lot, especially casteism plays a huge role in people's suicides. Emily Castiel and Stephen Bernard coined what is termed as paradox of meritocracy, where they demonstrated that the emphasis on meritocracy has causal effect on increasing ascriptive biases. Simply put, people who are convinced that their own lack of bias becomes less inclined to examine their own behavior for signs of prejudice, leading to reinforcement of their biases. This means that if you consider yourself casteless, you are never going to understand if you are being casteist. You have to come from a sense of analyzing yourself. At the end of the day, that is what matters. But if you do not do that, you might actually fall into the trappings of casteism itself. Using a certain slur word, for example, if you put your name on like, oh, I'm casteless, I don't look at caste, I don't understand it, I don't give a fuck, and then ignore everything of your own doing, reinforcing the idea that you are a casteless person. You will never understand if you are actually truly casteless or no. You have to have a very decent understanding of the issue to even begin to diagnose yourself as being casteless, just because you're meritorical, for example, in this scenario. But this is apparent within a lot of different contexts as well, like just not with meritocracy, but as well. a lot of people like who's the Brahmin genes lady, Aniruddha, someone. She always claims, "Oh, we are a casteless society," while being the most casteist person out there. Like, take her an example. Don't be her. She's kind of stupid. In the context of Indian universities, the conviction that the upper castes are casteless and guided solely by belief in meritocracy makes them extraordinarily unwilling to question their own internal caste biases. That's what we explained. The idea that their evaluation of Dalits and OBC students on campus may not fully objective is rarely considered seriously. This happened in group recently where when this whole shit was going on, we had people come into the group and be like, hey, this is wrong because what the general category goes through this much, general category goes through that much. Again, with all fairness, that's just not true because you are not doing the complete perspective on how things are heading. That becomes a huge problem because what you are saying is what you have feeling from that situation. You haven't done a deep dive on how much shit that you have to go through just because you were born with a different surname. It's a big problem, I might repeat. When they are repeatedly denied basic opportunities, as we discussed before, like they are not allowed to go to school, they are not given enough money, jobs do not accept them based on caste, so it is generational poverty that ends up happening. Their upper caste evaluators, instead of examining why, often simply take in further confirmation of their pre-existing biases with respect to the merit of such students. The public discourse always rarely questions why the entrance exam is so widely seen as a better indicator of merit than the exit examinations, even in courses like medicine, where a huge amount of knowledge gained during the course is required to pass the exit examination. Nearly everyone passes the examination irrespective of the entrance examination score. The entrance examinations are not to seclude people. Let me first be clear. I might add, I want a lot more educational facilities to open in India and they be completely free. So all this matter dies down immediately. But having said that, there are a lot of stories of people of lower caste that have to go through absolute shit to even get to the examination hall. There's a reason why cutoffs are the way they are, because they're required to be that way. Exit examinations always shows them passing, always shows them reaching the same material heights that every meritocratic person aspires to have. You have to understand that. The invisibilization of the role played by caste capital in modern admissions process, where the student is put down solely in individual brilliance, can paradoxically result in their examination reinforcement existing notion of caste superiority. For example, a student who repeatedly sees examples of individualized success stories from his own caste can easily become convinced that there is something inherently brilliant about the members of his caste. Happens so many fuck. Jesus, this happens in academia, even in the East, in the West. Jesus fucking Christ. The brilliance that Brahmin genes, Anuradha, or whoever, Rucha Tiwari, or whoever it may be, espouse are not because of them having actual knowledge of it. They are doing this because of the survivorship bias. Because again, they keep seeing people succeed who are of a certain caste because they are in their environment. They don't go beyond their environment to actually look at people succeeding out of their own caste, from their caste. That's why they end up having like, oh, our caste is superior. And I'm just at this point explaining this. So go ahead and read it. We are going to talk about some heavier shit in like 5 minutes. Okay, it's a lot of a write-up. So I'm gonna just let you read the whole thing here. I'm gonna drop the link in both the chats. Everyone who is here, you might as well have a look. It is quite brilliant of a write-up. I read it earlier. It was nice. It's quite long. I did not realize how long it was. Yeah, but okay. The other shit that is going on. Oh, she's a lawyer. I did not know that. I actually did not know that. I thought she was a writer. We have discussed this multiple times on this channel as well. Anyway, the other thing that we were actually discussing was the fact that India actually got, like, Modi is going to the goddamn. They are fucking selling. Again, Modi is going to Israel. Modi. Oh, they removed the. Yes, we do hate Zionism. So Modi is going to Israel to talk to Bibi Netanyahu. All of the fucking Sanghis and Zionists are the fuck genocidal fucks, because again, as we say, keep saying this before again and again, they're preparing us for a genocide, as said by Prakash Raj.
Who's coming here next week? Who's coming here next week? Narendra Modi.
Again, this both Netanyahu and Modi are in the Epstein files. Modi has previously gone to dance in front of Israel and America. Because Jeffrey Epstein has said so, the news is not focusing on it. And the news is highly focused on Hardeep Puri. And I keep saying, like, Hardeep Puri is quite literally something that people are using just to ignore from the fact that Modi is on the Epstein files. They don't want to talk about Modi, that's why they're talking about Puri. I'm sorry, that is what is happening here.
Tremendous alliance between Israel and India, and we are going to discuss all sorts of cooperation.
Because of the chattings and Anil Ambani ordering young blonde women from Jeffrey Epstein back in 2017, India already had a deal for $2 billion, which we gave to Israel. Money that we do not have, money that can be spent on the poor, on, fucking spend it on the economically weaker sections merit quota for paying in university fees. I don't care. You're selling it for weapons to fucking Israel. Like, this is not even good for Sanghis.
Now, India is not a small country. It has 1.5 billion people. Israel is enormously popular. Enormously popular. Did you know that? Yeah, you do. Good. I'm glad you know it. But I want all of you to know it. And there are other countries that are coming to us, one after the other. Who's coming here next week? Narendra Modi. Tremendous alliance between Israel and India, and we are going to discuss all sorts of cooperation. Now, India is not a small country. It has 1.5 billion people. Israel is enormously popular.
Guys, okay, this is amazing. I have said this before, I will keep saying this. I'm just going to open up these things. Fucking Christ. Hold on. What the fuck is this? Jews fight to raise New Jerusalem in Mizoram because Mizoram was promised to them 3,000 years ago, apparently. I'm not. Saloy, a member of the Mizoram Jewish community, has promised to fight to build a new Jerusalem in his state of Northeast. Come on. Second Israel state emerging in India. New Jerusalem movement takes eye of three eastern states near the center of opium production. The second nation of Israel. This has to be a Mossad thing. Jesus, why would anyone want to be this? This fucking. Also, Bliss, I can't read the other, but it's okay. It's fine. Let's just go through this. Eh. This is our dear Prime Minister's response to it. Spoke to Mr. My friend. There was used to be Donald Trump. Now it's Prime Minister Netanyahu. I like maybe he can actually spell this name, like not Donald Trump. We reviewed progress in Israel strategic partnership and agreed to further strengthen our cooperation. This also affirmed our shared commitment to zero tolerance of terrorism. They're talking about Kashmiris and Gazans. Let me remind you, this has an Indian Indian plans for Kashmir are based around Israel's plans on Gaza. That's why it's called an occupation. Let you not forget. India supports all this effort aimed at achieving a just and durable peace in the region. Okay? Like you're going to kill more people. And the reason why I keep saying they're selling us this. So like this level shit is going to come up again during the meeting, I can guarantee you. The Rothschilds are the ones that were gifted Israel, by the way. They are the preeminent family of Israel Zionism. They are the OG Zionists, the entire family. They were quite literally given the land of Israel that originally belonged to the Palestinians. Again, Palestinians were not contacted whatsoever. Just letting you know. The National Stock Exchange of India, NS, on Thursday said that it has appointed the Rothschilds and Co. as independent advisors to oversee long-awaited initial public offerings. This just means the Rothschilds are never going to be just advisors, by the way. Don't get this wrong. They're going to take up control. That is a big issue. Like this happening is a problem. Rothschild also ensure informed parity, consistent stakeholder communication, and comprehension of documentation of decision, NSE added. Last week, NSE board approved an offer for sale by existing shareholders after receiving clearance from the country's market regulators to proceed with IPOs in January. The country's largest bourse has also approved the formation of committee to oversee activities related to listing process. They are going to choose pro-Israel companies to be listed on the market. If you do not see the problem here, you're already fucked. You need to be talking against these guys. NSE is India's largest unlisted company by number of investors. Adding to the complexity of the listings process, it has now disclosed any detail regarding the offer for sale listings. As it gears up for what could be India's largest public listing, the exchange approved by the appointments of Walker, Chandoik and Co. has new auditors for 5 years, placing Price Warehouse and Co. I hope this ended here, but it did not end here. Then we have had the India agreement deals with India agrees arms deal with Israel, 8.6 billion, 8.6 billion. This is coming at the front of already 2 billion deal back in 2016-2017 that has benefited only one person within the Indian land, Adani's. I mean, why did I say that? As it was like something like people you didn't know. If you are a regular watcher, you know this already. The deal includes Spice 1,000 precision guidance bombs. I wonder for who. They're probably going to attack our own citizens at this point because that's what Israel is attacking innocents. That's what they use it for. So we are basically going to do the same thing now. I mean, we have been oppressing Kashmiris for the longest time. Completely frank with you. This is just going to be the next tick in the box, I guess. Wait for the Modi government doing the air-to-surface missiles on regions that does not vote for it. Air LoRa, air... What? Okay. Did they read this before they actually put this in? I don't know. Air-launched ballistic missiles and the icebreaker missile system, Forbes India reports. Israel has agreed arms deal with the India's worth 8.6 billion in 2026, Forbes India reports, making Israel India's biggest weapon supplier after France. Again, that's not a good thing, guys. India has been Israel's biggest defense customer for years. Over 34% of the orders is between 2020 to 2024, according to Stockholm. This happened because of Adani, Ambani, Epstein. Do not get this mixed up. This is the end result of Epstein's dealings with Modi and with Anil Ambani, sorry. Guys, do not get this mixed up. I know this happened after Epstein died, but this is a result of what Anil Ambani and Epstein were planning for India. These guys should not have been in the picture at all. Figures from the Ministry of Defense National Defense Corporation Directorate show that the total arms sale by Israel to India during this period amounted to $20 billion. $20 fucking billion. And more 8.6 are being spent. Do we have the money? No, we don't. Where do you think they are going to take the money? From you. That's why you're taxed every which way possible. The deal worth 8.6 billion includes, according to Forbes India, Spice 1000 precision guidance bombs manufactured by Rafael. This is a different company than the French one. Both of them are named the same thing. Spice is a family of precision autonomous air-to-ground weapon systems with a range of up to 100 kilometers. Consisting of 3 types of bombs, Spice 1000 weighs approximately 500 kilograms, and the entire system has been awarded the Israel Defense Prize. I don't give a shit. I'm not that autistic. I'm a different kind of autistic, but whatever. I'm not a guns artist. So I'm just gonna move on because this fucking bores me. But the point is, at the end of the day, this should not be happening, especially at the heels of Modi going to fucking Israel. This what happened last time as well. Like, I'm not even joking. With the Epstein file list, and again, we were the first person to take out the news, so please go watch. The deal happened, and within a few days to weeks, Modi goes to Israel and dances in front of, for the goodness of the the president of America. And talking about America, this is also a fucking. Recently, the India-US Pact, we have covered this before. I just want to make sure that you understand what is happening here. What is happening is that the Indian farmers are getting fucked. We are entering US market pricing, US market equipment into India, which are very specifically intensive farmers, not commercial or broad farmers. This only profits Adani and Ambani. In return, we are giving them basically zero tariffs. Everything is affected. We are buying soya. We are buying corn. In literally everything. The problem. And then again, as with the BNS, and a lot of the BNS, there is a lack of detail, which ends up being that you can move around the law as you will. They can tomorrow, like say, we are buying all the milk from America, no milk in India that is produced. They can just do it. They have no barrier to it. We are worried about India-US trade deal as it would hurt Indian farmers who are far more vulnerable than their American counterparts, says Rakshit Tikat. 500 billion import guarantee bhi hai. Yeah, exactly. Where the fuck are you going to get that money from? This is me trying to show how they're selling India right now. This is not, we did a whole ass live on the 500 billion import and shit. The Samyut Kisan Morcha, a coalition of more than 100 farmer groups, has called for protests on February 12th. They actually did happen already. We actually did it on February 12th. And this is to show that like we are going right now through multiple instances, and they are selling off India by parts to America and Israel. This is just one of the parts of the sale. Why are they doing it? Because India is a market they want to exploit. Because everywhere else, Israeli companies are dying. Nobody in Europe buys Israeli shit anymore, at least on ground. We will not allow government to open the farm sector for American companies, they said. currently taxed at about 16.5%, and hurt domestic oilseed producers. There's a lower tariff, adding that lower tariffs on crude oil, soy oil. That is a problem. There are no tariffs on American products coming into. We sell soy, by the way. Soy is our basic export, as well as corn. We do all of that. We are importing more and more palm oil every day and exporting better alternatives. Poor people dying on heart attack will only help them show a bigger number for GDP per capita. Yes, I would agree to that. I am not really aware that how many people actually do use palm oil. Palm oil normally is used in manufacturing process of goods and services because it is cheaper. Yeah, but people are dying. So see, the thing is, people are dying of heart attack from other shit than just oil, I would argue. People are dying more of heart attack because of the food quality. That is what I would argue. But fine, we need to keep moving on because I really do not have the time today. That's why we are very matter of fact today and we are not just chilling and chatting. In representation of the Prime Minister Modi, our productivity is very low compared to China or US. Yes, it is absolutely bad. It is horrid. Because we are going from a basic producer to forcing us into the IT sector. That is what they're planning. They're fucking stupid. I don't know why, but they are doing all of that shit for some reason. We will not allow the government to open up Indian farm sector. Yeah, okay. It is so fucking idiotic. Like, I can't even. Yeah, it is used in like mass production. That is what I'm trying to say. In all street food and labor classes consuming it for meals. Yeah, okay. I understand. Last time I checked, and that was a while ago, to be honest with you. I am not very much aware on the oil preferences of the current lower caste because of pricing. I'm not really aware if palm oil is even available. I've always thought it was groundnut. It is criminal to compare India with China. Yes. Sure. But we still have to show a contrast, I would argue. In opposition, Congress party has called a total surrender on national farm interests and questioned the lack of detail. See, the problem here also, like, okay, there is this whole write-up here that they are like doing morcha. We saw how the morcha went. The Congress has been very in actually supporting the morchas. The morchas only happened in Kerala, by the way. There was no movement anywhere else. Like, there's a reason why Kerala is so ahead of everyone else, but like, we need to get that motion out into like Maharashtra, into Madhya Pradesh, into the north, Tamil Nadu, even Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. Yeah, ice cream, like they're made up of oil. Like, they don't use milk anymore for ice cream for most part. Like, milk is not generally preferred rather than oils. That is a big problem. Anyway, so after they sell all of this, this is what they're ending up to be. Because see, the sale of Indian properties is not just about, yeah, Congress is showing black flags to CM of Kerala for some reason. I don't know why. Like, fucking liberal parties, man. I don't understand. Fucking stupid. Like, take up your asses and do something rather than fucking over ideological allies. I mean, I say ideological allies like these guys have an ideology, but fine, whatever. The fuck, like, just get on. Like, you're supposed to be in a fucking coalition. You're not supposed to look for seats. Anyway. So the reason why this is happening at the end of the day is they want to do a genocide. Like, and they want the support. Like, who better to get support from and sell off the country too, if you want, if your goal is this, than the people who are actually in a genocide, like doing a genocide. Throw away 25% of Indian Muslims, make India a Hindu Rashtra, mass conversion, mass deportation of Muslims. These were some of the demands made at the Sanatan Rashtriya Sankhad Mahotsav. I don't know why they have such fucking names. Just call yourself Nazis and be done with it. Organized by the Sanatan Sanstha at the Delhi Bharat Mandapan on 13 to 14 December. The Quint has broken the story about hate speeches given at the event, as well as the fact that it was backed by the Union Ministry of Culture and Delhi's Tourism Ministry. Union Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, Shripal Naik and Sanjay Seth and the Delhi's Tourism Minister Kapil Mishra even spoke at the event. As a follow-up, we were inquired under the right of incursion and both the concerned ministers as to whether they had given funds to conducting the event. We found that the cultural ministry gave 60 lakhs to Sanatan Sanstha. This is what the ministry said in its response. Regards to information, 60 lakh to Sanatan Sanstha, yeah, that is proof there. That is a problem. That is the government openly acknowledging that we are going to do all of this to Muslims. We are going to conduct a genocide. And we are supporting the people who will be doing it. And if you do not understand why the Indian government is cozying up to Israel and the US right now, this is the fucking reason. Thank you very much for coming to my TED Talk. "25% Muslims in India are infiltrators. They are Bangladeshis, Pakistani, Afghanis. Bring the NRC and remove them all." Suresh Chakwan. There was a need to cap on Muslim population. Suresh. One again, Jesus. We also, I think we read this earlier. Sorry, I am running through this thing right now because I have to be leaving. Anyway, so in other news, Macron is in India apparently. Like, what the fuck? Okay. I'm not going to comment too much on Macron. I don't want to. Macron has been showing everyone how much fit he is in front of all of our fucking fatsos. He's running in Mumbai, apparently. They're doing a Rafale deal again. Like, they are doing a deal with Israel and then they're doing it with France. Paisa kidhar se aa raha hai bhai? Also, like, I hear what they are saying about his wife and it is absolutely bad. But remember, she's still a pedophile. He kind of groomed Macron. He was 16. The French leader and delegation were received at the airport in Maharashtra. They were, oh, Jesus Christ, why is Fadnavis? Governor Acharya Devrad, Deputy Kirti Somya से झगड़ा हुआ था, इसलिए बात पर मीडिया के प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में अब बांग्लादेशी इन मुंबई. Yeah, fuck, yeah, true. They're fucking idiots. Whew. They're fucking idiots. Guys, the whole, we are going to use AI to remove Bangladeshis from India. It's just fucking bad. I can't tell you how much stupid that is overall. Like, it is not possible to do that, first of all, because everyone looks we all are brown, we look the fucking same. You cannot train an AI to do that. It is only going to remove, they want to have an excuse to remove Muslims. It's not going to be an AI that does it. It's going to be some Sangi guy doing it. They'll just call it AI. They'll just call him Aditya Email or something. iMail. Or email, whatever, how much ever they want to spell it. I have no idea fucking any names that starts with any surname that starts with an I, so take what you have. Fadnavis post says, Benvian in Mumbai, a warm welcome to the President of France, H.E. Emmanuel Macron, and the First Lady, Brigitte Macron. As they arrive in Mumbai, Maharashtra welcomes you, wishing Honorable President Macron and their entire French delegation a pleasant stay and successful visit. Fine. And the bro started running. I'm not even joking. He was literally running. Where's this? No. This is shit show. Yeah, this shit show we watched. Anyway, I forgot. I think I forgot to take the running video. No, I had it. It was. Let me just quickly find it for you guys. Ah. This is the fuck. Like, I am just randomly going through videos now and they are just fucking hilarious. Jesus fucking Christ, this guy's face is everywhere. Like, you can't even see Macron's face. Fine. Yeah, community posts are very cooking BJP, like a lot. Where's this running video? Yeah, he was fucking running. This is what like 90% of Indian parliamentarians cannot do, by the way. Run. Like fucking running, guys. How the fuck? How the fuck is this possible? Like a politician to be able to run? I think the only politician who can even possibly run is Rahul Gandhi, and that's it. That's the only guy I can ever see running, because bro at least walked. But he's like half Italian, so makes sense. Indians cannot do shit like this. Half Indians, like full Indians at least can do shit like this. Our knees give out before we fall on our fucking faces. Jesus Christ. Also the absolute shit show. So we are going to just like... Is breaking news that Netanyahu is diagnosed with cancer? Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully evil dies. But okay, so this all started with saying that summit is going to be hosted and 100 countries attending. No one fucking attended.
Yeah, Impact Summit has got phenomenal response.
Which it has not.
This is going to be the fourth and the biggest AI summit so...
Yeah, Modi is running for accountability. Yeah, that is true, Bliss. Modi is running for accountability. No one else is running. Guys, if you're new here, please do like, share, and subscribe to the stream. Do not forget, it is extremely important. This is entirely free and dependent on you, on your subscriptions. If you're looking for a community, please join. The link should be posted on your chat. Thank you very much.
So far in the entire world. The response from practically 100 countries, the number of heads of state and government, already 15 confirmations received, and the industry has responded so well. More than 100 CEOs are joining us in the Impact Summit. There will be more than 500 separate sessions in which the best brains of the world are participating, including 2 Nobel laureates.
Yeah, no one came. This was such a fucking shit show, guys. Guys, they switched off the entire inauguration because Modi randomly showed up. I don't know why he showed up. He was not planned. He was planned to show up on the 19th. Like, they made a video and people's shit was stolen. None of this is AI, by the way. I don't know why they're doing this. Again, this is not an invention. This is a bomb detecting robot. This shit is already there. Like, okay, this shit also was... Jesus fucking Christ. This is worse. I guarantee you, because the way they were talking. But even in the video, this is not a new robot. They bought this. Also, are they not going to be like... Hold on. Again, this is not a robot. They bought this from America. That's an American robot, guys. I just want to check this. Oh, I thought they used the wrong, but no, fine. I mean, this is still the wrong one. This is not how India looks right now. Anyway, but this was such a big shit show. They're like, okay, look at how they're doing this. Okay.
मैं इस वक्त विप्रो के हॉल में हूं और
Like
आप
this
देख
is
सकते
so
हैं ये
fucking
टीजे
funny.
टीजे है तो टीजे ये देखिए ये टीजे डॉग रोबोटिक डॉग क्या काम है सर टीजे का
सर ये जहाँ पे ह्यूमंस के लिए थोड़ा सा रिस्की है जाना, जहाँ पे उनका जाना खतरा होता है, इनको भेज करके हम बहुत सारे इंस्पेक्शंस कर सकते हैं. तो इसके अंदर
Again, they bought this. Okay, they bought this.
AI मॉडल है जो कि रस्टिंग और कई सारे सिनारियोज जो है वो डिटेक्ट कर सकता है. और आपने देखा होगा बहुत सारे एक्सीडेंट्स होते हैं माइंस के अंदर और सूअर्स में हमारे जो पब्लिक सर्विसेज हैं वहाँ पे कई सारे एक्सीडेंट्स होते हैं, तो उसको प्रिवेंट करने के लिए
Yeah, exactly. Last year IPL में भी था.
आर्मी भी तो इस्तेमाल कर रही है रोबोटिक डॉग का
का मिलिट्री ग्रेड बड़े म्यूल्स भी यूज़ कर रहे हैं सामान ले जाने के लिए. जो हमारे फ्रंट में हिली एरियाज में पहले हम लोग नॉर्मल म्यूल्स यूज़ करते थे, अब इसके ऊपर सामान रख के ले जा
सर
रहे
ये
हैं.
टीजे ने अभी तक क्या काम किया है इसको यहाँ पर डिस्प्ले करवा सकते हैं आप क्या
I still don't know what is AI about this because the dog, like it's machine learning that the dog uses, not like LLM models. So I don't know what their like inspect AI is doing here.
तो टीजे ने अभी तक ये क्या किया है जहां पर
Like and like they gave him like the name TJ. This is like the most Mumbai coded golden retriever dog name ever. Like not just like golden retriever dog name, it's like the dog that is like completely ignored all day and used as a trophy name. Like देखो मेरा TJ आ गया, मेरा TJ आ गया.
इंसान की जान को खतरा होता है वहां इस तरीके से जो टीजे एक रोबोटिक डॉग है वो पहुंच सकता है. तो अभी हम टीजे का कारनामा भी देखेंगे कि आखिर टीजे क्या कुछ कर सकता है. तो ये आप देखिए ये कुछ डिस्प्ले किया गया है. क्या है
देखिए,
सर
ये दो पाइप हैं यहाँ पे अंदर.
हाँ.
तो ये देखिए डिटेक्ट कर रहा है कि यहाँ पे
Like
रस्ट
this
लगा
is
हुआ है, यहाँ पे
literally like not a new thing.
रस्ट
ये
नहीं
पाइप
है.
जरा दिखाना सुनी. ये देखिए इस पाइप में रस्ट लगा हुआ है.
हाँ ये देखिए इसने डिटेक्ट कर लिया यहाँ पे कि रस्ट लगा हुआ है.
The entirety of the job of TJ can be done by a optical thread, by the way, at like 0.01% of the cost. Like I can build that shit, and I'm not even good with electronics.
स्क्रीन पे आपको दिखेगा यहाँ पे हमारे AI मॉडल.
That's what they do it in like research and like in normal usage.
इनफ है कि नहीं
Like,
है,
okay.
हमें चेंज करना है पाइप बिना जाए.
Let me be clear. The technology to make scavenging and like cleaning up of sewers was available since like 1970s. We are still using humans. This dude is not going to change anything because it is a casteist problem.
खुद वो जाकर के यहाँ पे
But even then, the absolute shit show that is happening is the hold on, this crying lady is always there. I don't care. Like, look at this.
रोबोटिक
और हमारे
रोबोटिक
This is available for
या
like
robotic,
2,800 USD by the way.
लेकिन ये थोड़ा
Unit
अलग
rate.
है, हटके. आजकल हम देख पाते हैं क्रिकेट स्टेडियम में ऐसा चल रहा है, लेकिन ये थोड़ा
I don't
हटके
even
है.
have commentary
और
on this.
इसके
This is
बारे
fucking
में,
embarrassing.
हम आपको ज्यादा बताएंगे. इस वक्त प्रोफेसर नेहा सिंह मेरे साथ मौजूद है जो बात करेगी. प्रोफेसर नेहा
हेलो नमस्कार.
नमस्कार. ये ओरायन जो है
बिल्कुल हटके है. ओरायन इज द न्यू आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस फेस. इट इज अ रोबो डॉग. और जैसा कि आप देख सकते हैं ये बहुत सारे शेप्स और साइजेस में अपने आप को तब्दील कर सकता है. और इसके अंदर जो बैटरीज हैं वो 8 घंटे तक ऑपरेशनल होती है. छोटे मोटे टास्क करता है ये. सर्विलेंस करता है, मॉनिटरिंग करता है, अनएक्सेसिबल जगहों पर जाकर के उनकी पिक्चर्स कैप्चर कर सकता है. और हमारी पूरी कैंपस में ये घूमता रहता है. बच्चों को बहुत एंटरटेन करता है.
जो कंटेंट करते हैं. अच्छा, एजुकेशन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रहता है और एआई समिट में है रोबोटिक.
Literally available. Just like this is what Indian research is about. Just steal and copy paste. I can't. This is just too funny. It's like, and this was a fucking shit show as well. Like, there were, okay, so TLDR, there were people who had to stand out for 3 hours outside of the summit to get in, first of all. Second of all, they were not allowed to take their keys in. So many of them stood there for 3 hours and just went back, which is stupid. Which is stupid. It is literally stupid. She's lying through her teeth. Exactly. All of these people are lying to their teeth at the end of the day. There is literally zero like innovation within the Indian sector. Like, don't, like, it's not a joke. That is just the truth. Anyway, and this guy Dhananjay Yadav, he got his shit stolen. He got his shit stolen. His shit was fucking stolen. They asked him to leave because the Prime Minister was coming. Good shot, Prime Minister took it. I don't care what you say. Good shot, Prime Minister took it. I blame Prime Minister for this. He was the only one who was there. Why is this happening? Where is my... Yeah, there. Yeah. So day one in the AI summit turned out pain. I came genuinely excited, yada yada yada. Like IT tech guys are crying. I don't really give a shit. But our security personnel arrived to sanitize and cordon off the area ahead of the visit from the Prime Minister's visit at 2 p.m. I explained that we are building India's first patented AI wearable at Neo Sapien, requested a chance to showcase it. The officer told others to let me stay, and they left. Then another group came, ordered us to leave immediately. Seemed like there was a lack of coordination between the security itself. Should we take our wearables? I asked. They said others are leaving even laptops behind. Security will take care. Trusting them, I left, hoping that wearables will be safe. Guys, I think this other team actually stole it. That's what they were kicking them out for. Gates were closed from 12 to 6 p.m. Much longer than accepted. Later, we found out our wearables were stolen. Think about this. We paid for our flights, accommodation, logistics, even the booth, only to see our wearables disappeared inside a high security zone. Jesus fucking... This is next level stupid, guys. How did this happen? At this point, I'm just like, Chowkidar took it. I just fucking can't. If only security and officer entourage had access, how did this happen?
इंडिया के अंदर एआई समिट होस्ट हो रही है और इसके अंदर जो हुआ
this
वो
fucking
लगभग
shit
देश
show,
के लिए
man.
यार
This fucking
सबके लिए
shit
एक
show.
शर्म वाली बात
We are gonna end soon. I
आप
have to
सोचो
go.
इतना बड़ा ग्लोबल इवेंट जिसके अंदर 27 कंट्री से लोग हैं, यहाँ पर 100 से ज्यादा बड़ी कंपनी के सीईओज हैं, गूगल से लेके माइक्रोसॉफ्ट से लेके हर जगह से यहाँ पर लोग आए हुए हैं। इस इवेंट के अंदर
Only if there was an AI to stop theft.
यादव जी ने अपना
I'm telling you,
लगाया, उस
चौकीदार
booth के
took it,
ऊपर बहुत
guys.
सारे उन्होंने अपने
उसको
product
वेरिएबल अच्छा लगा,
रखे
उसने
और
उठा
उस
लिया.
प्रोडक्ट का वो डेमो देना चाह रहे थे। लेकिन होता
वो
क्या
कट का
है,
माल.
अचानक से वहां पर मोदी जी की एंट्री होती है, जो कि एंट्री होनी थी 19th को, और वहां पर क्या है कि सिक्योरिटी के चक्कर में उनको बोला जाता है कि भाई आप अभी क्या है कि यहाँ पर अपना बूथ अपना केस से हट जाओ बिकॉज ऑफ सिक्योरिटी रीजन, और 5 मिनट के अंदर उनके बूथ से सारे के सारे सामान को यहाँ पर क्या है कि लोग लूट के ले जाते हैं। जो भी एग्जीबिटर अपने प्रोडक्ट दिखा रहे थे उनके प्रोडक्ट को ही लेके लोग चले गए। इतनी बड़ी एआई समिट थी, इसके अंदर 3 घंटे के क्यू, प्लस नो कैशलेस पेमेंट। आप सोच सकते हो एक फॉरेनर आया है वो कार्ड से पेमेंट करेगा, लेकिन वहां पर ना यूपीआई पेमेंट था ना कार्ड पेमेंट था, ओनली कैश पेमेंट। एक तरफ हम डिजिटल इंडिया की बात करते हैं और एक तरफ हम वर्ल्ड के सामने शो करते हैं कि हमारे यहाँ कैसे चलता है।
I
और
am
सबसे
so
बड़ी हद तो
fucking
जब हो गई यहाँ पर
laughing at this
प्रोहिबिटेड
at this
आइटम के
point.
अंदर
It is just
इन्होंने लिखा
annoyingly
हुआ है
funny.
कि भाई आप कार की नहीं ले जा सकते। बहुत सारे लोग क्या कि वहां पर हजारों की संख्या में कार आई थी, लोगों ने अपनी कार पार्क करी है, वो कार पार्क करके की को कहां फेंके, क्योंकि की अलाउ ही नहीं थी। अब उसके चक्कर में क्या कि लोगों ने 3 घंटे क्यू में लगे और उसके बाद उनको वापस आना पड़ा। एआई का इवेंट है, टेक का इवेंट है, लैपटॉप जैसी चीजें, आईपैड जैसी चीजें, ये सब वैलिड होनी चाहिए थी, लेकिन वहां पर कोई भी ऐसी चीजें वहां पर वैलिड नहीं थी। अब तक लगभग मैं 100 से ज्यादा बड़े इवेंट अटेंड कर चुका हूं और 1000 से ज्यादा साइड इवेंट अटेंड कर चुका हूं, चाहे वो दुबई से लेके, सिंगापुर से लेके, हांगकांग से लेके,
Yeah, and then
कहीं भी हो।
the tech idiots are crying, honestly, but fine, let them cry. I don't give a shit. The point is, this was such a big fucking shit show, guys. This was such a big fucking shit show. It is next level stupid, and they just could not manage it. Anyway, I will keep you updated on this. I actually do really have to go, so I'm gonna cut this short now. We will be back on fucking Thursday. Anyway. Thank you for coming. I know this was a very short session. We will do, I think, a game stream on Thursday if nothing big happens. When I say this, something big happens. But fine, whatever. I'll see you. I'll see you guys. Cheers. Good night.